Hello, sports fans. It is Monday, February the 4th, the year 2013, and as usual, a lot to get to in the sports world, so let's get it going right now. Let's recap the big Super Bowl where the Baltimore Ravens beat the San Francisco 49ers 34-31. Baltimore finishes off their magic carpet ride. Make no mistake about it, they were on a magic carpet ride throughout these playoffs. We've seen it before. The Giants did it twice. The Steelers and Jerome Bettis' last year did it, and the Ravens did it here. Congratulations to them and their fans. Let's go through the game real quick. Let's go quarter by quarter. Let's start in the first quarter. Niners get the ball first. Kaepernick hits Vernon Davis with 20 yards, but the Niners have an illegal formation penalty. They get backed up. That kills that drive. They end up punting. From there, the Ravens go down the field. The Niners actually stop them on third down. They're going to force a field goal. The Niners jump off sides. That gives the Ravens a first down. From there, Flacco hits Bolden, 7-0 Ravens. Niners come back down the field. They have to settle for a field goal. It's 7-3 at that point. Kaepernick actually missed two guys wide open in the end zone, had them both open, missed them both. Niners settle for three there. It's 7-3. Baltimore punts on their next possession. That's basically the end of the first quarter. The first quarter flies by. In the second quarter, the Niners go down the field. James has a big fumble, stalls that drive. That starts getting the momentum headed towards Baltimore. That James fumble started getting things going in Baltimore's direction. Flacco from there hits Pitta, 14-3 Ravens. Kaepernick with a bad interception. That gives the Ravens the ball back. The Ravens from there fake a field goal. Very gutsy call. The Niners actually did a good job stringing out the kicker who was trying to run for a first down. They push him out of bounds short of the first down. Good job by the Niners. The play had me completely fooled. I can't kill the Ravens for running a fake fake field goal, I should say. Very gutsy call. You can't fault them for that. Niners got a little conservative deep in their own territory on their next possession. They end up running a draw play on third and long. They have to punt it back to the Ravens deep in their own territory. From there, Flacco throws a bomb to Jones, makes it 21-3. How good was Jones in these playoffs? Niners go down at the end of the half and kick a field goal. They really needed a touchdown there. They do get a field goal at the end of the half, make it 21-6. Then you have your halftime. Third quarter starts, and Jones takes the opening kick, 108 yards for Baltimore. It's 28-6 Baltimore, and you're saying this game is over. No way the Niners are coming back here. From there, the lights go out. There's a power outage in the Superdome. No one knows what's going on. They're scrambling around, 30-minute delay. After they get back, both teams punt, and here's where the game started to change. The Niners get the ball back. Kaepernick hits Crabtree, makes it 28-13. Flacco gets sacked. Niners get the ball back. From there, Ging has the big punt return. Then Gore the big run makes it 28-20. Ray Rice for Baltimore on their next possession fumbles. Niners go down. Akers actually misses his first attempt at a field goal, but he gets run into. Not enough for the first down, though. They only called it running into the kicker. I thought it should have been roughing. I think Baltimore got a break there. From there, the Niners get a second chance at a field goal. They make the second chance. It's all of a sudden 28-23. After the game was 28-6, you look up, it's 28-23 Baltimore. Now we're in the fourth quarter. The Ravens go down the field. Flacco to Bolden. The Ravens have a big 3rd and 1 from the 1. They rush to play in. It's an incomplete pass. They have to settle for a field goal. It's 31-23 Baltimore at that stage. From there, Kaepernick to Moss. Then Gore, the big run. Kaepernick runs for the touchdown. It's 31-29. They go for 2 points. The Ravens blitz. Kaepernick rushes the throw, a high throw to Moss. They don't get the 2-point conversion. So it's 31-29 Ravens at this point. Ravens on their next possession. They have a 3rd and 9 at their own 22. Pass interference on San Francisco kept that drive alive. Then later on in the drive, 3rd and 1 at the 45. Flacco to Bolden down the sidelines. Very gutsy call on 3rd and 1 to throw the ball there. They get a first down. They end up settling for a field goal. They go up 34-29. Then with 4:19 left in the game, Kaepernick hits Crabtree for 24 yards. Gore has a huge run down to the Baltimore 7. And here is where the San Francisco play calling, I think, cost them the Super Bowl. 1st and 7, from the Baltimore 7. First play, James, 2 yards to the 5. Then 2nd down, they roll Kaepernick out to the right. He throws an incomplete pass to Crabtree. I don't like rolling Kaepernick to the right. You're only using half the field. He's too dangerous for that. You want to keep your options open. Didn't like that call. Then, right after that play, the play clock is running down. San Francisco calls timeout. That would come back to bite them later on. So not only did they run 2 bad plays to start off that drive, they used their second timeout. They only have 1 left. Then Kaepernick on third down for some reason is under center. He has not been under center basically all year. He's not an under center quarterback. They put him under center. He throws a short pass to Crabtree in the flat. Incomplete there. Then on fourth down, Kaepernick again tries a fade pass to Crabtree. Incomplete. San Francisco's all upset. They think it should have been holding. No call on the play. I have no problem with the no call. Let them play there. I mean, San Francisco's play calling was to blame. You don't want to be bailed out by the officials there. I mean, yeah, if the game was a regular season game in San Francisco, maybe they'd get the call. Not in the Super Bowl. San Francisco's play calling killed them in that spot, cost them the Super Bowl, and they used a timeout, so they only have one timeout left. From there, the Ravens run 3 plays. Like I said, San Francisco's only got one timeout. From there, Baltimore takes a safety, makes it 34-31. Then they punt. That's the last play of the game. Ginn runs it back to like his own 40-45. Clock runs out. Baltimore wins the Super Bowl, and the magic carpet ride is complete. Flacco wins the MVP. Lewis goes out a winner, and just unbelievable job by the Baltimore Ravens. They limped into the playoffs. They got trounced in the regular season by Houston. The Pittsburgh Steelers with Charlie Batch went into Baltimore at the end of the year and beat them. They fired their offensive coordinator. They struggled in the first round of the playoffs against the Colts. Denver had them beat. They get a miracle on the 70-yard pass from Flacco to Jones. They're behind to New England at the half. They beat them up in the second half. And here they are, and they hold on after almost blowing a 28-6 lead. They hold on and have a big goal line stand at the end of this game. All the credit to Baltimore. They deserved the win. I mean, you can't take anything away from them. They were resilient. They were gutty. Flacco was amazing in the playoffs. Had no interceptions the whole playoffs. I do like what I see from San Francisco going forward. I think they got a star in Kaepernick. I think he played really well despite the one early interception. The Niners are going to be a good team for years to come. The whole offseason, the Niners are going to look back on those plays down at the goal line at the end of the game that really cost them. I thought they were 4 bad calls, plus they used a timeout. If they didn't use a timeout there, they could have got the ball back with around a minute to go with a chance to maybe get another couple plays into the end zone. They burned a timeout there. That cost them, plus they burned another timeout in the third quarter. So the Niners have to really be kicking themselves today. All the credit goes to the Baltimore Ravens. Congratulations to them in their hands for being so resilient. Flacco, tremendous job. And whether you like Ray Lewis or not, he goes out a winner. Bolden, huge. Jones, huge. Just tremendous job by the Baltimore Ravens. You can't take anything away from them. They are your Super Bowl champions this year. Hard to believe football is over. I mean, we are going to come into a very slow month in February. February is always a slow month in the sports world. This is the first time we're not going to have any college or pro football since like the end of August. So it's going to take some time to adjust. We got NHL, NBA, college basketball, but it's going to take a long time for me to get over that we don't have any football. So congratulations again to the Baltimore Ravens and their fans. I thought Alicia Keys did a nice job on the national anthem. As far as Beyonce at halftime, I know Beyonce is a very good performer and she can sing and all that. I know they're under time constraints with the Super Bowl, but you got to do more than 20 seconds for each one of your songs. I mean, she starts off with a song and you're just starting to get into it, and then she breaks into another one. And then 20 seconds later, another one. And then here comes Destiny's Child, and then they're off 30 seconds later. I mean, it's too choppy. They're chopping up the song. Just when you're starting to get into one song, she transitions into another. I know it's a tough job because you're under time limits for the Super Bowl. She's a good performer. She can sing. I just don't like the way she chopped up all her songs. But anyway, that wraps up kind of the Super Bowl. Very bizarre Super Bowl. Very strange Super Bowl. It's the tale of two halves. You have the power outage, all that kind of stuff. That wraps up your Super Bowl. Once again, congratulations to the Baltimore Ravens and their fans. All right, real quick, let's go over some scores from the weekend that we missed. Pitt beat Syracuse in college basketball. North Carolina in overtime beat Virginia Tech. Duke beat Florida State. Georgetown beat St. John's. Miami continues to win. They beat NC State. Oklahoma State beat Kansas. Nice win. Very hard to win in Kansas. Cal beat Oregon. Kentucky beat A&M. K-State beat Oklahoma. Florida beat Ole Miss. Washington beat Arizona State. Indiana in the big game over the weekend beat Michigan. Great atmosphere in Bloomington. Louisville beat Marquette. Providence beat Nova. Very bad loss for Villanova. Minnesota hung on and beat Iowa. And Georgia Tech beat Virginia. Terrible loss by Virginia. They're a bubble team. As far as your NBA, Oklahoma City beat Memphis. Golden State beat Dallas. The Knicks beat Milwaukee. Nets beat Chicago. Toronto bombed the Clippers. The Clippers really missed Chris Paul, and now Rudy Gay is on Toronto. He played well. Indiana, a nice win over Miami. Indiana's a nice team. Utah beat Portland. Lakers beat Minnesota for the 20th straight time. Chicago beat Atlanta. Portland beat Utah in the home and home. They each won a game at home there. Boston beat the Clippers. There's possible rumors that Garnett could go to the Clippers for Butler and Bledsoe. If I'm the Celtics, why do I want to do that? Lakers beat Detroit. They hung on and won that game. And Miami beat Toronto. Tim Duncan day-to-day with a knee injury. And like I said, Chris Paul is still day-to-day with his injury. Clippers really need him back. As far as your NHL from over the weekend, Pittsburgh had a nice weekend. They beat the Rangers, the Devils, and the Capitals. The Islanders and Devils split. Buffalo beat Boston, but then lost to Florida and Montreal. Washington beat Philly, but then lost to Toronto and Pittsburgh. Rangers lost to Pitt, but then they beat Tampa Bay. Montreal beat Buffalo and Ottawa. Montreal's playing well. Boston lost to Buffalo, but then they beat Toronto. Anaheim beat LA and Minnesota. Vancouver beat Chicago. Detroit beat St. Louis. And Tampa Bay beat Winnipeg, then lost to the Rangers. As far as what to watch for tonight, very slow night in the sports world. Not much going on. The day after the Super Bowl is always like this. As far as your NHL, very light night. Minnesota at Phoenix, San Jose at Anaheim, Vancouver at Edmonton, Carolina at Detroit, Dallas at Colorado. Not much there. NBA, Chicago at Indiana, Dallas at Oklahoma City, Detroit at the Knicks, Clippers at D.C. I mean, you got some possible NBA games to watch tonight. Chicago, Indiana's not a bad game. Dallas, Oklahoma City's not a bad game. It's a big rivalry. As far as your big Monday in college basketball, Notre Dame at Syracuse, Oklahoma at Iowa State, Seton Hall at Pitt, Texas at West Virginia. Very slow night in college basketball. So that's where we are today. Tomorrow I'm going to do some college basketball. Wednesday we're going to do some NHL. Thursday we're going to do some NBA. We'll recap everything else that's going on in the sports world. You guys, thanks for tuning in. Enjoy your day. Stay safe. Enjoy the games tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the Super Bowl. I will talk to you tomorrow, Tuesday. Take care.